Hello survivors, what is up? It is JuGGs Gaming here, bringing you another video. I know I just recorded my returning video, but I wanted to bring you this one because I thought of it. So, I'm going to try to stay in frame, you know how it is. Basically, I've been playing a lot of Overwatch. I played it a lot on Xbox, but not nearly as much as I've played it now on PlayStation, especially since I have less games on PlayStation, so you know how it is. So, in coming weeks, well no, not in coming weeks, in past weeks, there you go, holy shit. Uh, I unlocked competitive play in Overwatch, and here are three, I count them, three, read between the lines, three metas that we often use. Not we, well, we because I can't play competitive solo, obviously, but me and just like randoms, or if I group up with a couple buddies or something, here's some metas that we use. Now, for those of you who don't know, a meta is something where it's kind of just how you set up. Like, if you're playing Call of Duty domination, your meta might be like half a team of snipers and half a team of assault. Something like that. So Overwatch, since there's 22, 23 different characters now, soon to be 23 or 24 with this new Osira character, who I'm hoping to cover because I actually kind of like the idea of that character. Anyway, here's the three metas. So the most commonly used one amongst almost everybody is the triple tank meta. Now this obviously consists of three tanks, two healers, and one DPS. Now let me break that down for some of you who might not know and are just watching this just because maybe you like hearing my glorious voice. Probably no one. Basically, a tank is clearly someone in the tank section of the game. There's Reinhardt, Winston, Diva, you get the point. There's a couple of them. And I oftentimes like to play Reinhardt because I am Reinhardt. So, there you go. Picking three tanks because they're like frontal assault kind of people. They hold the line if like their DPS and healers there or something like that. But they also do need some support. So you got your two healers and you got your DPS just because you want to fill in a slot. But usually people will pick really good ones by like people will pick really good tanks. So like there's no point in having a fourth tank. So we get a DPS because they're usually a bit more traversal and stuff. And then a DPS is someone in the, technically in the assault class, but I guess you could pick some in the defense class too. DPS stands for damage per second, and it really doesn't mean that when you're talking about picking characters. It really morely means like people who can put out either a lot of damage quickly or they can take a lot of damage quickly and bounce some back at the same time. So people playing Genji would be good against if they have a Bastion or if they have a Torbjorn. And if you want to fight a Pharah, you're going to have to pick a Soldier 76 or a Hanzo. Stuff like that. I can probably bring you guys a whole video talking about that stuff. Moving on to the second meta that I like to use with people. I call it hard defense. I don't know what the actual title is if there is one. Basically how it works is there's a Bastion, a Reinhardt, two healers, and snipers preferred for the last two spots. You know how it is. So, snipers preferred means that, like, you don't have to have snipers, but they're pretty good if you've got a Bastion set up, like, near the choke with a Reinhardt shield in front of them. That's a point for Reinhardt and Bastion. So, but, like, snipers can sit back and they can shoot through Reinhardt's shield, which is helpful. Yeah, we obviously went with two healers again just because that's how healers are. Healers are needed. Usually it's a Mercy, and recently Ana's been coming up a lot, but otherwise it used to be a lot of Lucio and Zenyatta. Moving on to the last meta, full frontal assault. It sounds pretty cool, I feel like. So it's 4 DPS, 2 healers, and that seems a little bit strict, doesn't it? Like having 4 assault people. The game's gonna hate you for that. It's gonna be like, hey, there's no defense heroes. There's whatever. Basically those little warnings they will put up on like this side, yeah, it's gonna go off. So don't lose your thoughts. Basically, on the little note I added was that out of the DPS, the 4 DPS, you can probably interchange one for like a tank, like a Reinhardt or something like that. You know, just because Reinhardt is glorious. So I do yell a lot, just so you know. I do like to yell a lot now, and I record when I'm home alone most of the time, so I'm allowed to. All right, everyone. My name is JuGGs Gaming. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Keep your gas masks close, survivors, and I'll see you in the next one.